and see the many celebrities. They like to hide and some are very hard to see. Today I've gone and seen some awesome actors, famous people that have a lot to say and talk about. Take a look at my video and see who I saw this year. Oh, they might be great and they might be dull, but come take a look anyways. You may laugh and be surprised. This 2025 has been better than last year. Join me now and let's see who I saw this July, yeah!
Is it also, I mean, obviously when you are doing physical live action, whether that's on stage, TV, film, your movements become a part of your acting, and it can be a hindrance to you recording.
It is.
How often are you told, like, you hit the mic or calm down?
Oh yeah, or if you want to run in place or stuff like that, you can't do that. You gotta stay calm. They have this little bar you can hold on to and squeeze as tight as you want to kind of create physical stress on yourself.
Right.
But that's about it, you know.
Have you had an opportunity to voice act with like a group, or is it always?
Yeah, Clone Wars was like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who was a great person to kind of feed off of in that group setting?
There was like 12 people in there. It was the whole thing. And I remember I had to do a British accent in that one. And one of the main British guys, and you're always, you know, he was like, you know, you sound like Michael Caine. And I was like, oh, that's a compliment. Yeah.
I take that. Absolutely.
Look at Clone Wars, that's another one. Like, when I got that part, they were like, this kid is years old, he's overweight, he, you know, he's kind of a slob, he's lazy, and so I was like, you know, oh, I'm a bit hungry, I want to do this mission. And then I see the guy's like a chiseled football player. I was like, what the? I would have given you a voice.
Okay, that's what you didn't have a sketch test?
Oh, yeah.
I love that. I think there's so much of a range that you have, again, going from like on-stage theater work to TV, movies. Theater, though, is a very special place for actors. There's so much of a dynamic between the audience and you.
It is, yeah.
What's been your favorite on-stage performance where the audience was just locked in, you were locked in?
It has, I would say in college.
Okay.
I did this one act where I played, we have kids here? Yes, we do. They gotta learn, it's hard. I don't know how to tell the story. This guy who made very poor choices in his life.
There you go.
Kids don't be in a basement with, he locked somebody in a basement. Anyways, I got to the point that my mom was like, kill that NFL, you know, kill that guy. Kill him! Like, she hated my guts.
Wow.
And I was, that was the biggest compliment.
That's amazing.
My whole mom loves me more than anything in the world. Like, hated my guts.
She was so believing.
And I so lost the darkness of this character. It took me a while to get out of it. But that was the power of theater.
That's awesome.
And there's nothing like making an entire theater hate you.
Absolutely. What was the next family dinner like after that performance?
Oh, she was so proud of him. I hated him so much. You should have been there.
Do you ever just kind of bring that character out and mess with her at all? Like, have you ever done that?
No, I can't do that.
Okay, all right.
No, that character lived and died on that stage.
That's fair. How many of y'all would have done that though? At least like once, just mess with you. Wait, I appreciate the hand in the back. Yes. Honest places. I love it. I think that's one of the other cool things about, you know, the stage acting is it's such a different performance because it can be somewhat every time you do it.
There's a lot of, it's the adrenaline on stage is tenfold compared to like film, television, voiceover. Because if you mess up, I mean, some of the most embarrassing moments in life has happened on stage.
Really?
I have farted in people's faces on stage. And I'm talking about small theater. Like, I did not come out for curtain call. Like, I was that embarrassed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Listen, you just like, no.
It was a stinky performance, that's for sure. Omid Abtahi, you stinked it up. It was in their faces, dude. Like, my back was turned to them. Sorry. There was no fitting it into the character. No, I was crying on stage. I was supposed to be in pain, like I got beat up, and instead of going in pain, I was like, no. The whole cast came out in the green room like, did you just fart on stage? They were like,
Beat the crap out of me. Chun-Li.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anything goes.
Yes.
You know, you do that on camera, they can edit it out. If you're lucky.
I think one of the things that's really cool, if you juxtapose like stage versus Mandalorian, is kind of like the set design concept.
Yeah.
And getting to work on the volume,
Yeah.
in any way, shape, or form, has got to be one of the most breathtaking experiences for an actor.
It's really the strike kind of like the what is it called, the content bubble of streaming really slowed things down since, you know, that's more of the story since that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've been a part of some amazing franchises. Is there another franchise that you're eager to be a part of?
Yes, I'm sure there is. I really wanted the Rings one. I don't know if that show really hit though. Like, I don't know if that was it.
They've got the Gollum one that's coming.
Yeah, but you know, American actors are, you know, they don't hire the American accent much.
Okay, fair, but like Game Circus does their shows, we can introduce you.
Oh really? Can you put in a good word for me?
$1,000,000%.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, those are the two things. Like Game of Thrones and like Lord of the Rings were the things that like I don't even know if I could be in. I would have loved to, but yeah. If something else comes to my mind, I'll let you know.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, we had some pre-submitted questions.
Yeah.
I have no idea if any of these folks are in the room. I hope they are. If so, some of them traveled from afar. We have Jasmine in our room. Jasmine, Portland. It's an online order. Okay. All right. So, I said hi, Omid.
Hi, Jasmine.
What drew you to the role of Dr. Pershing in The Mandalorian? Obviously, you said you got offered that one.
Yeah.
But the follow-up is, and did you get to add any personal touches to how it was treated?
Yes. Yeah, I was offered it, so that's what drew me to it. But I found like, even though he worked for the Empire, I found what I found interesting was that he was, to me, in my mind, science was above all else, and the Empire was a vehicle to allow him to do his science. So for me, I really wanted to make him morally gray. So when I come to these conventions, sometimes people come up to me and they're like, "I hate you. Stay away from me. Stay away from Grogu. You're an awful person. Everyone, can you please sign this?"
How many are going to say that exact same thing to this meeting?
But then the next person in line is like, "Oh, thank you so much for saving, you know, Grogu. If it wasn't for you, he'd be dead." And it's just like this cult thing is so cool for me. And that's exactly kind of what I wanted to get out of it. I wanted to keep, I didn't know much. I couldn't put my finger on him until the third season.
Yeah. You had to headcanon it. Could you connect yourself from your character from the Clone Wars to Dr. Pershing? Is there anywhere that you could see that there might have been overlap between two? It's many years, obviously.
Not at all.
Okay.
No, not that kid. No,
All right.
No, those are two very, very different characters. But I did want to be in the Bad Batch. I really pressed Filoni. Yeah, I was like, come on, a 13-year-old Pershing, you know?
How do you not get this?
I don't know. I tried to have it.
Dave, if you're listening, I need you to reconsider.
He's always listening. That's what it was like shooting the Mandalorian. You're like, oh, they're not here. I can kind of mess around, and then you would hear, "Omid, can you please say the line as it was?" Like it's like a speaker.
Yes, Lord, I'm sorry.
Yes.
This next one is from Tyler from Austin, Texas. Is Tyler here? No, okay. Was there ever a moment on the set of Mandalorian or American Gods, Clash of American Gods, that completely took your breath away, either because of the scale or the weirdness?
It's American God.
Yeah.
Do we have kids here?
No.
I don't know how to say this. Tell us something. Wait, how would you say this?
You can't.
Are you guys people in the American? So there was an adult scene.
Yes. That's the way to say it. Okay.
And that took my breath away.
Okay.
It really did, but thankfully, you know, it was my buddy who did it.
Yeah.
I mean, just American Gods was so, every set was pretty much a practical set. Like how much money they were throwing into that. With The Mandalorian, everything happened on the volume in studio, so it was like pretty self-contained. But But American Gods and these creatures and this makeup was just like unreal. And how many times we had to do it like perfect, but like there was such a perfectionist aspect to American Gods. Brian Fuller and Michael Green, and Brian Fuller in particular, wanted it to be perfect, and that's what really took my breath away as an artist. I was like, yes, I'm all for this. You know, let's make this as perfect as we can.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And literally as a series that is so profound, touching different aspects of not only just cultural mythology as well. Like, there is so much detail to capture.
Yeah.
Phenomenal job.
Yeah. That's one of my top 3 favorite roles I've ever done. Yeah.
Woo!
All right. This next one's from Maya. Maya wants to know if you could voice any animated character, original or already existing, who would it be and why? Okay.
I like when I see Clark Kent. I'm like, yeah, I feel like an ethnic Clark Kent. I don't feel like Superman. I don't have, you know, like.
Whoa.
But
I mean, you don't feel like Superman.
But like, I don't know. But like, I don't know. Like that's just. I always like as a kid. That's why Superman was so. I was so distraught when he got killed by Batman. So yeah, part of me has always wanted to be Clark Kent. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, you could be Clark Kent. Period.
Mm.
I said what I said. I said what I said.
Thank you.
No, because I think that's also one of those things that the idea of what Clark represents in so many different ways.
Yeah.
Your performance would be phenomenal because you actually understand. Clark is an immigrant who came to this world under an opportunity structure that other people just can't quite understand.
Yeah.
Because they might not have had that experience. So I think
right.
what you would bring to it would be beautiful.
Well, thank you.
You're very welcome.
We'll see if it happens.
Absolutely. I'll call James Gunn right now.
There we go.
Hey, man.
Just the voice.
This one's from Diego. Says, you've done both voice acting and live action roles. Which one do you find more challenging?
Well, I mean, like I touched upon it, I find voice more challenging. Just because I don't know, like you just don't know what's going on. Like I remember doing Hawkman, Justice Society, and I was like, what are you doing over there? And then when I saw the movie, the guy was like halfway across the football field, and I was like, oh my gosh. I would have yelled if I knew he was that far away. So I find voiceover more challenging. But yeah.
Is there anything that's easier in voice acting than in live action?
Yeah, you can go in your sweats. Yeah, you can do it anywhere. I could be here, jumping as you always jump, you know, like.
Genius.
Yeah.
It's like on the go, not a problem.
Yeah.
Is there anyone in particular in that industry that you've gotten to work with that's in control of the microphone? That you got
Very much. Seth MacFarlane.
Really?
Yeah, Family Guy. Yeah.
Heard.
I was like, I did a couple episodes of Family Guy. There was one episode. I had such bad luck. I played like a terrorist that was like in a sleeper cell that was trying to get Peter to join the sleeper cell. But like in this particular episode, I get him to blow up the Quahog Bridge, and it was supposed to come out, and then some terrorist blew up the Boston. There was that explosion at the Boston Marathon,
Yes.
and so they're like, we can't show this episode. And I'm like, so like that was, so but that in that one I was like, I showed up with my one voice and like one accent. Hey Peter, how are you? And there's Seth MacFarlane doing every voice, not just the ones he does on the show, but like literally everyone's voice on the show.
Right.
And I felt so inadequate.
Wow.
And I was like, you are just one of the most talented people I have ever been in the same room with. So yeah, so in that world, like he is the king of voiceovers, and it was this. And you know, as a straight actor, a lot of times, you know, people were like, you know, why would you play, you know, a character that's not straight? And but the first time in the audition, I said the words, I felt like Celine, like I felt like this character, and I remember. So I had to learn Arabic, I had to learn how to pray, I had to do the physical stuff with my co-star that was, you know, like I had no experience doing. And I remember all that stuff was fine, and the one thing that was really a struggle for me was I had, in
the first season, I had to pray to God and with the camera right in my face. And faith is something that I've always struggled with in my life. And it was one moment I didn't want to be false. I didn't want to be fake. And I was so scared that like the camera could see through my questions and stuff like that. So that moment was the most precious moment for me, you know, giving into the greater universe, for lack of a better word for myself. So I just really took that to heart. So yeah, that's the part that I treated with as much care as possible.
I have to admit, acknowledge, and celebrate what your thought process was. One that doesn't show in the scene. So you created not a mask, but an authenticity that surrounded what you were feeling in the moment. In a great way.
Thank you.
But it speaks so much to, again, your talent as a storyteller, that you're even thinking of this and wondering about the portrayal of what you're giving versus what we're getting. It's such a beautiful thing, and I think that's something, again, if there are 80 aspiring actors in the room, to understand it's not just saying the words that are on the page. It's finding a way to live in an experience that might not even be your own.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, that moment felt like the never-ending story, you know, where the guy goes through the gates, like if you're not truthful, if you're lying, that's what it felt like to me.
As the bell has rung, we have time for like one or two more.
Does anybody in this room have questions? Or
I'm sorry?
do they ever open it up here or no?
So what happened was, I'm gonna tell you, okay, listen. So they are actively taking away open fan questions. And part of the reason, it's a dual-edged sword. Part of the reason is kind of has-been hotel. We love the show, great actors, but it's a very inappropriate show. We get a lot of kids that have watched it and they want to ask a question and they ask inappropriate questions, or unknowingly that they're talking to a child, the actors respond in character and you're like, that's a lawsuit, we can't do that. So it's a growing thing that we're going to be taking away from. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But you can come see me at the table.
Yes,
wherever you want.
absolutely. By all means, by all means.
Oh, the heart rate is nuts.
Yes. All the stories that you used to bring tell as a kid's room, don't tell. Yeah.
Uncensored.
There's a lot.
This one's from Nico. Can you tell us about a moment on set where you completely broke character, like laughing in the middle of a serious scene?
Oh, so many times. Yeah, I remember like I was in this military show called Over There back in 2005. Do you know that one too? Oh my gosh! It was like Band of Brothers before Band of Brothers, and not as successful as Band of Brothers.
Well, set the stage for it.
But it was just like, I think we were in a group, we were like in our barracks, and like some dude tooted, and none of us we just laughed for like 15 minutes. Everybody hated, the crew hated us. They're like, come on, we're shooting on film. They're like, this is wasting film, this and that, but we could not. When you get the giggles, you can't stop. I don't know what it is. It's like you're feeding off each other's energy, and the more you want to stop laughing, the more you laugh. Like, so yeah, that was one of those moments where you're like, I hate myself. I wish I could stop laughing, but I can't.
FanExpo Denver, this has been a phenomenal time. This is what I got to challenge you guys to do, okay? We're going to make this weekend specifically is an early birthday for Omid, okay? So his birthday's coming up, and we're going to make an early celebration for him. So all weekend, when you see him, make sure that he's having the best time and you are celebrating personally his birthday. Can y'all do that for me? One more time, celebrating Omid.
Thank you guys.
and see the many celebrities they like to hide, and some are very hard to see. Today I've gone and seen some awesome actors, famous people that have a lot to say and talk about.